I'm going to show you step by step how to actually build a polymarket trading bot, not some gambling thing here by hand picking things, non-algorithmic. I'm going to show you how to use robots to trade polymarket for you. So first things first, I have 10 cents left in my account because I got a bunch to claim here. So you can see I have a bunch of bots running. I've helped a lot of people do this. You can see 178% return, 163% return, 50% return, 150% return, 52% return, 96% return, 150%. You get the point here, 186, 170% return. So I'm going to show you in this short training exactly how to build your own trading bot for Polymarket, because I think just like trading on with stocks or futures or crypto, this gets a little emotional. And if you can remove the emotions out of your trading, you're going to be a much better trader. And that's just been proven over and over and over again by the best traders in the world. They are all algorithmic traders. And let's just make that easy. They build trading bots. I mean, you look at Jim Simons, he ran up a net worth of $31 billion. And he did 100% based off of trading bots. And we have an opportunity that he never had. He did not have access to Polymarket. Polymarket is very cool because at the end of the day, we're able to trade on what's the highest temperature in Seattle. Will the highest temperature in Paris be? Will Elon Musk post 140? You know, these things are awesome. So lock in, make sure to sub, and we will go ahead and show you step by step exactly how to build your own bot. You can see I'm just processing my withdrawals here, or not withdrawals, but my claims. So I have enough cash to show you absolutely everything throughout this. Lock in. I'm Moondev. I build trading bots chasing the same edge Jim Simons used to build a net worth of $31 billion. But I believe code is the great equalizer. And these people figured that out. They're real people, real profits, hundreds of them. I'm not asking you to trust me. I'm asking you to trust them. moondev.com/discord. Message anyone. Ask them yourself. Become a friend. All right, so let's get this live first off. So I got the Polymarket bot. I'll explain it here in a second. I got a couple things to explain actually, and all the code is already on the website. I'll show that to you as later as well. Python run it. Okay, double Python, that's not going to work. Let's say Python run it here. And then you can see, okay, Moondev configuration here, Hyperliquid balance. Okay, there's a balance there. You can see here, it's looking for a liquidation range of 25,000 to 100,000. And then it's going to have an inverse hedge. Oh, interesting. 3x leverage. I didn't even think about that. I need to think about that. Total exposure per trade, 25. No trade history thus far. So the bot is live. You can see there's been BTC licks of $914 on the long side. And then on the short side, there has not been any liquidation. So what this tells me is this, dude. Well, you don't even know the strategy. So I should probably just tell you the strategy first. So let's go ahead and dive into the strategy real quick. So this is an idea. It's not guaranteed to work by any means. I'm just a data dog like yourself, testing ideas. And you know my process now. It's the RBI process, research, backtest, and then implement. So let's go to trending. What about ending soon? How do we get there? The 5-minute market, so crypto. I don't even know how to get there, dude. Here we go. 5-minute up or down. So I'm only trading this, and you can see she's waiting 84 seconds. So she's probably waiting by now. Anyways, essentially what it's looking for. Okay, you can see new 5-minute window. So I can see when the people get liquidated, right? So I can see their positions and when they get liquidated. So right here, this guy's getting liquidated for $4.4 million when the price goes down 0.6%. So when my thing sees there's a bunch of liquidations, you can see there's only $914 of liquidations. Okay, but this guy literally gets liquidated for $4.4 million in 0.6%. So if the price goes down a little bit, my thing should show much more. You can see it's 5,400 liquidations. It's breaking down a little bit. Okay, the price is going down. Okay, that's what it's saying, dude. It's not going down, but there were liquidations. It is what it is. This is the data from the exchanges. I get this on my API, all exchanges endpoint. A lot of you guys have the access to that already. But the strategy is when there's a bunch of liquidations, it's going to assume there's going to be more liquidations. You can see the price went up and then there was a short liquidation, $142. So not only can I see people's positions, I can see when they get liquidated. So that's two useful data points that took me multiple years to get to. So I'm glad you're here today because you just sped run like 2, 3, 4 years. I'm on year 5 here, but none of these bots are just plug and play by any means. These are just ideas. And like I said, I did put the code already here on the roadmap. A lot of you guys have this roadmap. And if you don't have the roadmap, I just give it to people who show up at the Zooms. A lot of people get the Zooms for free. The links are somewhere around here. But the Zoom calls we do every day, you guys, I just keep trying to reward you as much as possible. Moondev.com. You can just see that there's a link in the description or whatever. It's Zoom, 8 to 10 a.m. I answer all questions in the Zoom chat, and I give you a bunch of bonuses. And one of those bonuses, you get the Hyperliquid Data API, what I'm using here for this, but also the algo trading roadmap. So you get the app, the AI, the API. And in that roadmap here, if you scroll down, I'm going to keep doing this. If you just type in code below, I'll keep doing this. I don't know if you guys are interested in me dropping code. So just in the comments, whatever, put code, and that will kind of be a signal to me that you guys do like when I drop code inside the roadmap like this. And like I said, you get the roadmap when you do show up to the Zoom, and you can see all of everything's explained about this idea and this bot. Of course, it's not plug and play, but I do give you all my code here. So I'm also scrolling through all the code right now in case you're a broke boy and you don't want to join the $5 Zoom. It is what it is. Let me scroll through all of it. I've explained the idea here, but there's something I need to tell you that's crazy. So I'll have AI explain it because she explains it better than me. But okay, so the idea behind this strategy, and you're seeing all the code here for free on YouTube because I believe code is a great equalizer. But essentially what it's doing is it's saying, hey, there's been some liquidations here. You can see 4,500 liquidations. Once there's 25,000 liquidations, and that's an arbitrary number. I did not test that. That's just an idea. That's a guess. Once there's 25,000 liquidations, let me go ahead and take the trade here. So if it's short liquidations, that means price is going up. I want to buy up. If it's long liquidations, that means price is going down. I want to buy down. Does that work? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm just a researcher just like you. So if I give you all the code that I took a long time to build, then boom, you can go ahead and test out your own ideas. Somebody asked me this morning, Moon, you found something that prints on the 15-minute market? And I said, no, I think it's gambling the 15-minute market. So what do you think I think about the 5-minute market? He said he's almost at the verge of finding something profitable on the 15-minute poly market, which is crazy because he's been building with me here in this Zoom for multiple weeks now. So my thesis is coming true. I believe code is a great equalizer. And if I share absolutely every single line of code in somewhat way, whether it's verbally or please don't just copy paste and run this, but this is hard work. This is years and years of work. You can see it has Hyperliquid stuff in here. And that's because I use Hyperliquid in this strategy. I mentioned the first part of the strategy, but I only want to tell the whole strategy to people who are actually locked in. So now that you've been here for a few minutes, you know the first part of the strategy now, right? It's a momentum strategy based on liquidation. So when somebody gets liquidated up to $25,000, okay, between 25 and 100,000, that's my arbitrary numbers I put there. Let's go ahead and say it's going to have some momentum. Remember, it's only 5-minute markets, so this is a quick trade. That being said, the second half of the trade is a little hedge with Hyperliquid. So on the other side of this trade, if I'm long, I'll be short on Hyperliquid. That's why I'm giving you all my Hyperliquid code here as well. Like I said, the link is in the description if you want to just have access to all this. But I'll see you guys tomorrow at the Zoom, but I need to go ahead and talk about this really quickly because this is insane. This is insane. If you think 40x leverage is insane and you think trading with 40x leverage is kind of crazy, well, these markets are even more crazy. You can see this guy's using 40x leverage, 40x leverage, 40x leverage. I rarely see people have success with that much leverage. So I'm not a big believer in that much leverage, 40x. Now let's talk about what these 15-minute markets are. That's 1400x. And on these 5-minute markets, it's effectively, she said, it's effectively 5-minute leverage is 2,425x leverage. So the 5-minute binary markets, you're looking at roughly 2,425 effective leverage. Not 40x leverage, 2,500.